Open source, we'll see certain question and answer. So first is, what is open source? Open source, first of all, this term which is open source, it refers to something people can modify and share because its design is publicly accessible. This term originated in the context of the software development to designate a specific approach to creating the computer programs. But today, this open source designates a broader set of values. We know it as the open source way. So open source projects, products, and initiatives, they embrace and celebrate principles of open exchange, collaborative participation, rapid prototyping, transparency, and meritocracy, and community-oriented development. So open source software (OSS). We'll also know about FOSS, that is free and open source. So open source software is computer software with its source code made available with certain license in which the copyright holder provides the rights to study, change and distribute the software to anyone for any purpose. So open source software may be developed in a collaborative public manner, and according to these people who have studied it, open source software is a prominent example of open collaboration. Generically, open source refers to a program in which the source code is available to the general public for use and modification from its original design free of charge, that is, it is open. Open source code is typically created as a collaborative effort in which various programmers improve upon the code and share the changes within the community. And open source sprouted in the technological community as a response to the proprietary software which are owned by certain corporations. So now, what is open source software? It is a software with source code that anyone can inspect, modify, and enhance. So this source code is a part of software that most computer users don't ever see. It's the computer program or computer programmers which can manipulate the code, change how a piece of software, a program, or application works. They are aware of that. So programmers who have access to a computer program source code can improve that program by adding features to it or fixing parts that don't always work correctly. So what is the difference between open source software and other types of software? Certain software have source code that only the person, team, or the organization who created it and maintains the exclusive control over it. They can modify. So people call this kind of software proprietary or closed source software. Only the original authors of this proprietary software can legally copy, inspect, and alter the software. And in order to use proprietary software, computer users must agree, usually by signing a license displayed for the first time as they run this software, that they will not do anything with the software that the software authors have not expressly permitted. Microsoft Office and Adobe Photoshop, these are the examples of proprietary software. Open source software is different. Its author make its source code available to others who would like to view it, copy it, learn from it, alter it, and share it, like LibreOffice and the GNU Image Manipulation Program, OpenOffice. These are the examples of open source software. So as they do with the proprietary software, users must accept the term of license when they use the open source software. So you also have licenses with open source software, but the legal terms of open source licenses differ dramatically from those of the proprietary licenses. Open source licenses affect the way people can use, study, modify, distribute the software. So in general, these open source licenses grant computer users the software programmers the permission to use open source software for any purpose they wish. And some open source licenses, what some people call as copyleft licenses, also stipulate that anyone who releases a modified open source program must also release the source code for that program alongside it. And also, some open source licenses stipulate that anyone who alters and shares a program with others must also share the program's source code without charging a license fee for it. And by design, an open source software licenses promote collaboration and sharing because they permit other people to make modification to the source code. and incorporate those changes into their own projects also. So they encourage these programmers to access, view, and modify this open source software whenever they like, as long as they let others to do the same when they share their work. Okay. So the next question arises is open source software only important to computer programmers? No. Open source technology and open source thinking both benefit programmers and non-programmers also. Because early inventors built much of the internet itself on open source technologies like Linux operating system, Apache web server application. Anyone using the internet today benefits from the open source software. So every time computer users view web page, check mail, chat with friends, stream music online, or play multiplayer video games, their computers, mobile phones, or gaming consoles connect to the global network of computing using open source software to route and transmit their data to the local devices they have in front of them. So the computers that do all these important work are typically located in a far away, distant places that users don't actually see or can't physically access, which is why some people call these computers as remote computers. And people rely on remote computers when performing tasks they might otherwise perform on their local devices. For instance, they may use online word processing, email management, and image editing software that they don't install and run on their personal computers. And instead, they simply access these programs on remote computers by using, say, web browser or a mobile phone. So when they do this, they are engaged in remote computing. So some people call remote computing cloud computing also because it involves activities like storing files, sharing photos, and watching videos that incorporate not only local devices but also a global network of remote computers that form an atmosphere around them. So cloud computing is now an increasingly important aspect of everyday life with internet connected devices. And some cloud computing applications like Google Apps are proprietary. Others like OwnCloud and Nextcloud, these are open source. So cloud computing applications run on top of additional software that helps them to operate smoothly and efficiently. So people will often say that software running underneath cloud computing application act as a platform for those applications. So cloud computing platforms can be open source or closed source. For example, we have OpenStack. This is an example of an open source cloud computing platform. Why do people prefer using open source software? There are a number of reasons. People prefer this open source software to proprietary because first they have control. It is many people prefer open source because they have more control over the kind of software. They can examine the code to make sure it's not doing anything that don't want it to do, and they can change parts of it they don't like. The users who aren't programmers also benefit from the open source software because they can use the software for any purpose they wish, not merely the way someone else thinks they should. Then the training. Other people like OSS because it helps them to become better programmers. Because OSS is publicly accessible, students can easily study it and then they learn to make better software. The students can also share their work with others, inviting comments and critique as they develop their own skill. So when people discover mistakes in program source code, they can share those mistakes with others to help them avoid making those same mistakes themselves. So training is also an aspect along with the control. Now you have security. So some people prefer open source software because they consider it to be more secure and stable. Because anyone can view and modify open source software, someone might spot and correct errors to omissions that a programmer's original authors might have missed or oversighted. And because so many programmers can work on a piece of open source software without asking for permission from the original author, they can fix, update, and upgrade open source software more quickly than they can use. They can actually not do it for proprietary. Then comes the stability. Many users prefer open source software to proprietary software for important long-term projects because programmers publicly distribute the source code for open source software. Users relying on that software for critical tasks can be sure their tools won't disappear or fall into despair if their original creators stop working on them. And in addition to that, open source software tends to both incorporate and operate according to the open standards. So there are standards also which they follow. Doesn't this open source just mean something which is free of charge? Now, this is often asked question. No, this is a common conception. I would say a misconception that open source implies that the concepts implication they are not only economic. That means open source software programmers can charge money for the open source software they create or to which they contribute. But in some cases, because an open source license might require them to release their source code, when they sell software to others, some programmers find that charging users money for software services and support rather than the software itself is more lucrative. So they are charging for software services and support because the source code is available. So this way their software remains free of charge and they make money helping others install, use, and troubleshoot it. So while some open source software may be free of charge, skill in programming and troubleshooting open source software can be quite valuable. So many employers specifically seek to hire programmers with experience working on open source software. What is open source beyond software? See, there are certain aspects of this, which is open source beyond the software. So we are interested in the ways open source values and principles apply to the world beyond software. So we would like to think of open source not only a way to develop and license computer software, but also an attitude. So approaching all the aspects of the open source way, it means expressing a willingness to share, collaborating with others in the way that are transparent, embracing failure as a means of improving, and expecting, even encouraging everyone else to do the same. So it also means committing, to playing an active role in improving the world, which is possible only when everyone has access to the way that world is designed. So the world is full of source code, blueprint, recipe, rule that guide and shape the way we think and act in it. So we believe this underlying code should be open, accessible, and shared, so many people can have a hand in altering it for the better. So there may be stories about the impact of open source values on all the areas of science, education, government, manufacturing, health, law, and organization dynamics. So there are certain communities how the open source way is the best way, because love of open source is just like anything else. It's better when it's shared. So these were a few questions on your open source. Thank you so much. Take care.